This is the video you send to your friend who doesn't like XRP and says that you're crazy for thinking XRP can go to some of these higher prices. We have math-based evidence that shows what happened with Bitcoin and the inflows that came into Bitcoin after its ETFs went live. And we're going to compare that to see what would happen if we got something similar for XRP. This is based on math. This is for educational purposes only, and I'm not here to give anybody financial advice. Right on into the data, folks. Let's get it. So what I did is I finally was able to tally up the 62 billion of inflows that we saw come into Bitcoin. And that accounts, by the way, for the outflows from the ETFs as well, too. We had a cumulative 62.25 billion of inflows into Bitcoin ETFs from January 11, 2024, when they went live, up until October 10th, 2025, when the Bitcoin market basically topped out. Now, I took that same time period and I went and looked at the centralized exchange flows. And what I observed was a lot of money flowing out. And so I tallied that up, had a little bit of help from Grok, and boy, does AI make all of this research so much more easy to conduct and to, really prepare to present. And so I'm just going to show that to you guys. We're going to run through a few scenarios for XRP, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about these scenarios for XRP. We're going to CoinGlass to get the centralized exchange flows, and you can see in the last couple days or earlier, these are actually weekly flows. You got 2.17 billion flowing out of Bitcoin in the week that ended November 16th. The week that ended November 9th, you have 2.73 billion. But for this sample, we are actually just going from the launch day of the ETFs, January 11th, all the way up till the October 10th peak. Now, sliding on over here, this is the chart from Bloomberg Intelligence on the ETF flows. So you can see you're looking from inception. It took a couple months to get 12 billion of inflows. By March 18th, we had 12 billion of inflows. By August of that year, you had 18 billion. And then in February of 2025, this year, you reached 40 billion. Now, you did have some money flow out into the April tariff debacle, right? And so it dropped back down. But then it ended up peaking out at about 62.25 billion. Okay. And so what I did is I took the chart from CoinGlass that has all the centralized flows, plugged it into Grok, and I had Grok tally it up for me. Instead of having to take all the time to manually tally it up and do the math, Grok saved me some time and helped me out. And I double-checked it and triple-checked it and really dialed this thing in, and here's the results. The final verified numbers from January 1st, 2024 through October 12th, 2025. We saw 24.31 billion flow out of Bitcoin during this time. And I want to note, this is not Bitcoin being removed from exchanges to go to cold storage. This is Bitcoin to US dollars or Tether or to some other currency. This is money flowing out of Bitcoin into something else. And that total tally was 24.31 billion. If you look in 2024, there was nearly 13 billion of outflows. From January 1st to October 12th, 2025, there was 11.4 billion of outflows.